this tutorial will simply update the replace item command tutorial that I made a long while ago, as the command was updated in 1.17 or around there into the item command for Java players. In Bedrock Edition, it is still the replace item command, and Bedrock Edition is basically just the mobile edition or any other device that is not the Java edition, which it will say that in the menu. So this is for the Java edition players. It is instead now /item. Then you have a replace or modify. Modify would be basically for if you have a data pack in your world. And if you do, then it is useful for, I mean, I have no idea, but I do know that modify is only useful if you have a data pack in your world. So replace, if you type in replace, and then you can do block or entity, just like how it used to be. If I do entity, I can do myself, and then I choose the slot, which there are many options, even horse slots if I chose, instead of me, a horse. My hotbar, or just whatever, so hotbar 7, which it does start at 0 from left to right, so that'd be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. And for my inventory, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, 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 blah. I can, after this, there is a new syntax, with or from. If you type with, then it's the same as the normal replace item command. From there on, I could do the let's do some stone bricks. If I wanted to, I could add a syntax if I really wanted to. I'm not going to now. Count 10, and there you go. I got 10 stone bricks. These are some other things you can do with the block version. Replace item, or item replace block. This one, whatever's in the third slot, which is 0, 1, 2, 3. This slot, let's do 1 spruce plank, goes into this slot's 13th, which I have the swords there just to help me remember. So if I press this button, the 1 spruce plank will go here. I can move that and maybe change that to 3 cobblestone. Press the button, and there we go. I got 3 cobblestone there. That is with the from instead of with, which I'll show how to do that in a second here. This one shows that you can do double chests and trap chests. So this is this 15th slot to this 38th slot. So if I put in 5 oak planks, press the button, 5 oak planks right here. I don't know if this is actually 38. Hopefully it is, but it might not be, just so you know. The reason why I don't know is because of the syntax with double chests, which is slightly different for selecting the slot. But I'll get into that for a minute. So this one will put whatever, put in the 25th slot into my ender chest, not everyone's ender chest, but mine, or the closest player to the command block, with whatever's on my head. So if I get a helmet here, grab a golden helmet and a turtle shell, I put the turtle shell on my head, press the button, turtle shell in the 25th slot. If I put this golden helmet on my head, press the button, golden helmet, and in case you were wondering if there's nothing on my head, it'll just put air there, so nothing. This is just another with example instead of from. It will just set this 0 slot to 53 stone, or whatever I put. To do these, basically, the command itself is a /item, replace block, the block's coordinates, which if you are looking at the block that, like in this case, I am indeed looking at the chest, and then hit tab until full coordinates are in with the item command itself, and some other commands will do this as well, then it will fill in the coordinates of the block you are looking at, which this works also with the set block command. So quick tip there. So the coordinates of the block, whatever slot, so let's do 10 or whatever. Then I could just do with, and then just go straight into 2 acacia stairs or whatever. Or I could do from, and then do block or entity. Let's do entity. Me. I could do hotbar 0, so a command block. Hit enter. There's a command block in slot 10. Or I could do from block. This works. You could also do from to entity from block. So if I move this around, which I'm just copying and pasting here. Hotbar 3. Whatever's in container 10. There we go. In my third hotbar slot, I got a wooden sword. But anyways, as I was saying, from block, and then coordinates of whatever block, which you could just do the same block if you really wanted to. I'll just do this, though. And I could do, how about 20? Then hitting enter, it will take whatever is in the 20th slot and put it in the 10th slot. I press the button. So sword, I can put the grass here and run the command, and you get the grass. Okay, and so that's the main syntax for that. For this, it's the exact same thing. Just you may notice that I'm doing container 15, but I wrote 38, and it's putting it in the 38th slot. So what's going on there? Well, when you set the coordinates, you don't so many things in the F3 menu. You don't set it to the coordinates of this chest. If you set it to the coordinates of this chest, then the top 3 rows will be what you do. If you do put 26, then it'll be this slot. If you put 27, then it will just give you an error, like that block entity does not have that slot or whatever. So, but if you put the coordinates to be this block, then you just put in a number. If you put 0, it would go here. If you put 26, it would go here. And in my case, I put 15, so it goes here. So that's the only thing different for double chests. Trap chests are the same as normal chests, does nothing. Ender chests, you actually do the entity, and then you do the player, which in this case I just did API, which is the syntax for the closest player. And then you put ender chest and then the slot. And then I just did from entity, closest player, armor.head, which is whatever you'd be wearing in your head. But anyways, that's the syntax for that. And for the syntax for just putting something there, you just do replace the coordinates of the block. If you do block, if you do entity, then it's the same thing. Just without coordinates, obviously. Instead of coordinates, it's the player. Container 0, which in this case is the first slot, with instead of from, and then whatever you want. So end portal and portal frames, and then the number, which would just be 24. Press the button. There you go. You got 24 end portal frames if for whatever reason you'd want that. But anyways, if you're wondering any other things you can do with the item command, replace them, then you could just watch the replace item video, and whenever it shows a with or whenever you would put, just put it, you could just then put in with or from where you would put that with commands that I show on the replace item video, and instead of just replace item, you'd put item replace. Anyways, if you could leave a comment suggesting a command video idea, or just how to do something completely random, like making spawn eggs that do things or whatever, which I already have a video on that, so don't comment that specifically, but whatever you're wondering how to do, or whatever, or just in general, just don't hesitate to comment. I will try to reply. And if I do not reply, then I'm just being lazy. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed and this was helpful. I will see you all eventually.